Hello, fellow Aquarians, and welcome to your July 2018 reading. My name is Camille, and you are watching Millennial Tarot. Just a quick apology that I did not join you here for your June readings. I just didn't have the time, the energy, the mental wherewithal to really get myself together, and I'd rather just skip a month than give you a half-assed reading. I also want to apologize very quickly, briefly, for the lighting situation that's happening here. My camera is entirely too sensitive, so it'll get light sometimes, and then I will become a phantom ghost. But it's okay, because the message is going to come through no matter how it looks. Wanted to give a quick plug that I'm still doing my $5 readings. Sorry, $10 readings now. Gotta level up. Just for one question, the videos end up being around like 15 to 20 minutes for whatever question you need and in-depth. So that's $10, and then I think that's it. That's all my shop talk. I'm going to go within. Same as usual, Rider-Waite Tarot deck, 3-card spread, and to see what's coming up for you, Aquarians. Big deal month for you, because there will be a total lunar eclipse in your sign at 4 degrees of Aquarius. Now, I am an Aquarius sun, and my sun is at 4 degrees Aquarius. So this moon eclipse is going to be happening right on top of my natal sun. So if your natal chart is something that you find of interest and you care about astrology, that's a big deal, and it's going to be a big deal for not only Aquarius placements, but for all fixed signs. So we're talking about Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and us. 4 degrees, anything that's near 4 degrees is going to be felt extremely strong. So to the extent that you have wanted a refresh and a reset and a restart for your emotional life, which the moon represents, that is what's going to be happening this month on July 25th. So mark your calendar. It's a big deal for a lot of people, but especially us, Aquarian aliens. So I'm going to do a few more shuffles, get quiet, and see what is coming up for us and for you this month of July. That is great. Okay, so I'm going to show you what we pulled, and then I'm going to pull a clarifier because I'm a big proponent of positive endings to give you something to chew on and ruminate that's actually positive and not sad. So we're coming into this reading with the Two of Pentacles juggling something not in balance. And then we have the big, interesting Tower card as the present situation, as what's going to happen to us in July. Okay, don't despair. Then we have here the Nine of Swords. Uh-oh, I see you, I feel you. You're feeling a little bit panicky, right? But don't. Here we go. Oh, clarifying the 9, the Fool. Yeah, Aquarius, because I'm feeling this too, because I am also your Aquarian brethren. It's a little daunting to see what we see here, but here's what's happening. You have been in flux. You have been juggling stuff, people, money, situations, finances, your job, your wants, your desires for a very long time. And you have been at this place where you just can't rest, and you don't know which way is up, which way is down. You don't know how it's going to work out in the end. You don't know if the investments you've been making in time and people and money, all of it is going to work out for you in the end. And look, we're going, like, even the light in my camera is like dark, light, dark, light, dark, light, dark. And it's kind of symbolic for what has been going on the inside. So that's what the Two of Pentacles is for me. And the Two of Pentacles, especially because we have the undulating waves in the back, it's like an inability to be balanced in your personal life, in your financial life, in whatever arena of life that you are coming into this video upset about. It's like a balance, an unbalance there. It's like an outside situation, but it's still making your emotions up and down. It's still providing you with this feeling of not being able to rest, of not knowing how it's going to turn out, and not knowing if you're making the right choices, or even if you're like okay. Especially if it has anything to do with mental health or your emotional health life. It's really just like you throwing a whole bunch of porcelain plates in the air and hoping that they all land, and then maybe some of them break, and then you're like really panicked that they're breaking, but you're like, I can't look at the broken plate because I have to keep doing these other plates. That's what the Two of Pentacles is coming in to say. That's even the energy that I'm feeling being imbued inside of me right now. And then we have a month of July. We just talked about that eclipse. We even just talked about how it's going to be hitting me the hardest. So now we have here the Tower card, which is a card of monumental change. And the Tower card is a good card. I know it doesn't look good. But you have two people being thrown out, stuff's being set on fire, you know, And when we take out the imagery and we take out all that doom and gloom, the Tower card coming in to clear up a situation that you're unsure about, that's making you puzzled, that's making you upset, that's making you question and doubt yourself. The Tower card coming into a situation that's not ideal clears it away and cuts it away at the knees so that it can be regrown from scratch, from a stronger foundation. The Tower card, which reminds me of the planet Pluto, only destroys things that were not strong to begin with. So if this is a relationship, if this is a financial situation, you know, we can talk about what it means in the real world, money, love, romance, you know, whatever. We don't need to talk about that. We know what that is for you. Metaphysically and spiritually, what I really want to convey is that things that aren't strong, whatever it is for you, I'm not even going to go there because I can keep talking about what that example could look like for you. Things that weren't strong, things that were not serving you, that you thought you were serving you. You know, I know that you built up a lot on top of it, whatever this was. I know that you put a lot of time, effort. You thought it was strong. You thought it was going somewhere. But it just, my dear, is not. And it's not for you. So the Tower card coming in to clear up whatever you've been juggling here with the Two of Pentacles. It's not making you happy anyway because the Two of Pentacles guy is never at rest. He's just always juggling. The undulations of the waves, representing the undulations of our emotions. And then we have a quick reset. The Tower coming in to say, and it just blow torches the whole situation. And here's how you're feeling about it, Aquarius. This. That's how you feel about it at first. Because in your mind, you would rather have a situation to juggle. You would rather have a situation that's uncertain than not have a situation at all. I'll give an example. You'd rather have a relationship that's going okay, that's making you feel weird, that you don't feel like it's right, but you know, you're just waffling. You don't know if it's good, you don't know if it's bad, but you don't feel a wholehearted yes, but you don't feel a wholehearted no. So you're just paralyzed, stuck, always, forever juggling something: money, job, finances, health, whatever that is for you. And then we have July, very gracefully, very obviously, and very much needed, coming in to clear out that situation for you. So it's almost like, Aquarius, you don't have to make the choice. And I know you know what the choice is, and you can make the choice before it blows up in your face. This is like when we know something is bad, and then we keep waiting, and then the universe is like, seriously? She's still in that? She's still doing that? She's still in that job? He's still with that girl? He's still with that boy? They're still in that relationship? And then the universe comes in and topples it over because of your indecisiveness, because of your juggling, because of you constantly trying to keep things, the appearance that everything's okay. And Aquarius does that a lot. Like, I'm Aquarius to my core, and I feel you guys. And what we do is we have this nice, perfect, beautiful, ethereal, detached facade. But underneath of it, because we're all humans, there could be turmoil, there could be emotions going on in the background, you could be juggling things, but to your outward presentation is that, oh, you know, it's fine. And then people start believing that it's fine, and then the worst is when you start believing that it's fine, because you're just like, I'm going to detach, you know? And then you start believing your own Aquarius facade. No, the universe is too smart, you're too smart, we're too smart, and it's going to be taken from you. And I don't mean to say that in like a mean or like scary way. Because we were talking about juggling mini porcelain plates. I think you want some of the plates to be taken from you, don't you? Don't you want to not have to be juggling all the time? Don't you want to kind of have an answer? Don't you want to kind of have an outcome so you know where you're going? So this is how it's making you feel at first. The thing is gone, or it's uncertain, or, you know, it's not going in the direction you wanted. The universe did its little bidding, it did its thing. Maybe that's the eclipse, maybe it's the retrograde. Maybe it's whatever. It could be astrological or not, but the connection is there, and this is how it makes you feel. Because you're like, oh, I used to have this thing. It wasn't that great. I built it up. I put a lot of time into it. And then it just got knocked down. But you knew you kind of didn't want to live there. You know, it's like you built a house from scratch and you like spent 3 years building it. But, you know, there's cracks in the wall. You don't like the color of the paint. You don't like the way it smells. Your mattress makes you feel back pain in the morning. But you're like, okay, but I live here and I have to commit to this. But you don't want to be there, you know? But you feel like you should. And that's a problem with Aquarians because we're the fixed air. So once we have an idea of something that we want to do, you fixate on it and you fix and you stay there and you don't leave. And here's July saying, well, you don't want to leave? I know you don't like it. You don't want to leave? I want to give you one last chance to leave. You don't like it in there? You don't want to leave? Oh, okay. And then it's going to set fire to your whole house. And it's going to crumble everything. And this is how it's going to make you feel. You're going to see what you worked on. You thought it was for you, whatever it was, and you're going to feel upset. This is a card of anxiety. This is a card of depression. This is a card of not being able to sleep, of inner turmoil, of not knowing what's going to come next after you've been knocked down to zero. And it doesn't have to be a big thing. It doesn't have to be like, you lose everything. It could be as simple as, oh, you thought you were going to date that person and they were going to become your boyfriend, but they were kind of not treating you well. Or girlfriend, they were not treating you well, you weren't getting what you wanted, but you're like, I'm Aquarius, I'm fixed, I put a lot of time into this relationship or to this dating situation, I really want it to work out. And then the universe is saying, what? The universe is like, what? And then it knocks it out of your life. And then you feel like this, because then what? You feel worthless. You feel like no one else is going to come who's worthy of you. You feel like the job, the money's not going to come. Right, that's how you feel. Because this, whatever this was that wasn't for you, that was fake, had no integrity, no strong structural ground, fell down. You knew it was going to fall. You waited for it to fall, and this is how you feel. You feel upset. But the thing about Swords cards is that they're all in your head. So you can choose to feel upset about it. You can choose to feel like something was taken from you. You can choose to feel like you're nothing, you're worthless. You can even beat yourself up over like, what are you going to do now? What are you going to do next? And keep thinking. This sword is for thinking. This sword is sadness. This one's anxiety. This one's being angry. This one's not thinking you're good enough. This one's not thinking you deserve success. This one's thinking you're ugly. This one's thinking you're not capable. And this one is just thinking you're fat. Whatever all those swords are for you, okay? You have them pinned up on your wall, right next to your bed. I don't know why. You can't get no sleep that way. That's how it's going to make you feel. But what I love about this reading and what I could talk forever about and what I just want to like hug and squeeze you little Aquarians about and just kiss you on the cheeks is that here we have clarifying all of that. All of it with the Fool. The Fool! Talking about how the tower cuts us back down to zero. What does zero give us? It gives us a fresh new place to start. It gives us a new adventure. It gives us a blank canvas on which we can paint anything now. It gives us a blank plot on which we can build things that are strong. It's a good thing what's happening to you, what's being taken from you. Things that once you were juggling, you were like trying to do it all yourself. You were tired. And then the universe is like, I'll take that away from you. I'll take all the plates away from you. I'll take them. You don't have to juggle anything. And then you're like, well, if I'm not juggling anything, it feels like I don't have anything. It feels like I'm not worth it. It feels like this, like that. I'm crying. Why? I want it back. Give it back. But you need to have lost it because now we start all over here at the Fool. And the Fool is someone who is beginning an adventure, has no expectations. Do you know what that's like, Aquarius, to have no expectations? Fixed air sign? No, we don't know what it's like. But this is how it could feel for you. To just go forth. The job ended. The marriage ended. The relationship ended. The dating situation didn't work out. The business is not working out. You're having a fight with your friend. You're having fights with your family. You don't feel healthy. The anxiety is high. Cutting it down to zero. Getting to the bottom of it. All crisis is about strengthening that spiritual muscle. And when we strengthen enough and when we reroute ourselves, we start here at the beginning again. Fresh, open-minded, having an adventure for the sake of adventure. Sun is shining in the background, guiding you on your way. And you're unburdened. You're not here anymore. You're not juggling. That's just like, oh, that's not how your life has to be. You don't have to keep doing this. And I'm glad that you're not because it's in the past position. You don't have to. And I know that you know you're not doing that. Juggling people, juggling finances, juggling a whole bunch of bullshit, dropping plates everywhere. The universe said, give me all the plates. And you're like, oh, well, I have nothing else to carry then. Well, that's good, because then you can move forth, be unencumbered, and to be free. To move into your next chapter of life, which is happening for everybody in July. We're all closing the book on something. And you get the blessing of starting with the Fool, the zero, the unknown, the impetus of everything magical. The impetus of the entire tarot deck. That's where you start. That's where you are. Moving forth, open-minded and unencumbered, knowing that good things are coming your way. Look how optimistic he is. And to be the Fool, you know, the Fool has a bad connotation in like modern English and modern colloquialisms, because it's like, oh, you a fool. Man, you a damn fool. Have you ever seen someone like going for it? Just going for it and so courageous, and people look upon them like they're the Fool? Well, the Fool here is a good thing, because the Fool is like, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to live. I'm just going to accept. I'm just going to be childlike and open. And it feels foolish, but that's how you get the best things in life. This is more foolish than this. So is this. Just keeping yourself up at night. The Fool just doesn't care. He just doesn't care, and he keeps going. So what I love about this month for you, Aquarius, is that you are cut back down to zero. But then zero means that you can create beautiful things in its place. You can create and you can go and you can move unencumbered, open-minded, knowing that the goodness is on the way. And the reason I know the goodness is on the way is because we have the sun shining on you and bringing you good things, bringing you a return to yourself. The sun representing our will, our ego, our drive, who we are. We get reacquainted with who we are, what we deserve. This is all bullshit. We know that we are children, divine children of the stars and of the universe and of God, whatever you believe in. So juggling, putting down the plates, I know you're tired. Just let it go. If you don't let it go, the universe is going to take it from you anyway. And you're going to feel a little bit disoriented. Who am I without that person? Who am I without that job? Who am I without that finance coming through? Who am I without that part of my health? Who am I without, this or that? That's this. Well, who are you? You're starting again. You're resetting. You're the Fool. You're in a beautiful place of creation where anything is possible. Anything. So that's your reading, Aquarius. It's a complete reset. It's a beautiful, lovely spread. To the extent that you may feel sad or upset or like, I want to still juggle my plates because that's all you know, just trade that in for the mindset of the Fool, who moves and knows that he's being guided and doesn't hold on to things and is not rigid and just lets the universe give him blessings. So let that be what July has to teach you. Just accept the blessings and let go of what was let go of. I know that didn't make sense, but you know what I mean, okay? And if you need any personal insight on your specific situation, I am here for you. Just hit me up below. I will leave my email there. But until then, I will see you in July on your Fool's Adventure, having the most fun ever. Have an incredible July. See ya.